Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to the second lecture in week 2. In the last week or in the last lecture, we reached number 5 of the characteristics of a good mission statement. And in that, in 5, it stated that good mission statements should list the competitive spheres of the company. And here we have the major competitive spheres. So this is the completion of the main characteristics of the good mission statement from the last lecture. The first competitive sphere is industry. Here some companies operate in only one industry. Others choose to operate only in a set of related industries, some only in industrial goods, consumer goods or services, and some in any industry. Products. Firms define the range of products and applications they will to supply. Competence. The firm identifies the range of technological and other core competences it will master and leverage. The next competitive sphere is market segment. Here the type of market or customers a company will serve in the market segment. Vertical channels talks about the vertical spheres is the number of channels or channel levels from raw materials to final product. Geographical. It's the range of regions, countries or country groups in which a company will operate and define its geographical sphere. A2, as you remember, or the previous topics were under A1. Now we move on to A2, defining the business. Companies often define themselves in terms of products. They are in the auto business or in the clothing business. Market definition of a business, however, describe the business as a customer satisfying process. Products are transient, basic needs and customer groups endure forever. Transportation is a need. The horse and carriage, automobiles, railroads, airlines, ships and trucks that meet that needs. Viewing businesses in terms of customer needs can suggest additional growth opportunities. The following table in the next slide lists companies that have moved from a product to a market definition of their business. So if you were asked which is the best strategy, is it defining ourselves in terms of a product or in terms of a market? Here is the answer. Defining the business. In this table, it shows product-oriented versus market-oriented definitions of a business. On the left side, we have some companies. In the past, they defined themselves in a product definition terms, but now they define themselves in terms of market definition. So it's clear that they've departed from the first definition to the second. The second definition is the best. For example, we'll take encyclopedia. In the past, they defined themselves as we sell encyclopedias, but they departed from that definition and now they say we distribute information, and so on for the rest of the companies that you can see on the screen. A3, assessing growth opportunities. Assessing growth opportunities includes planning new businesses, downsizing and terminating older businesses. If there is a gap between future desired sales and the projected sales, corporate management will need to develop or acquire a new business to fill it. As you can see, we have here 3 main growth strategies: intensive growth, integrative growth, not integrated, integrative growth, diversification, growth. And now we'll explain each of these strategies. First, intensive growth. Corporate management's first course of action should be a review of opportunities for improving existing business. One useful framework for detecting new intensive growth opportunities is a product market expansion grid, as we will see later. It considers the strategic growth opportunities for a firm in terms of current and new products and markets. The company first considers whether it could gain more market share with its current products in their current market, using a market penetration strategy. Next, it considers whether it can find or develop new markets for its current products in a market development strategy. Then, it considers whether it can develop new products of potential interest to its current markets with a product development strategy. Later, the firm will also review opportunities to develop new products for new markets in a diversification strategy. Here, as you can see, the intensive growth strategy. We have here Ansof's product market expansion grid that explains the intensive growth strategy. At the top of the figure, we have current products with the new products. At the left side, we have current markets with the new markets. We have four main strategies, as you can see. We have market penetration strategy, as I said before. Here we are talking about current products in current markets. Number two, we have market development strategy, where we have current products for the new markets. And then we have product development strategies, where we have new products for the current markets. And we have diversification strategy, where the company tries to find new products to be marketed in new markets. This is called the intensive growth strategy, and the grid or the table or the figure, it's called Ansof's product market expansion grid. Integrative growth. A business can increase sales and profits through backward or forward or horizontal integration within its industry. Backward integration means the company acquires one or more of its suppliers. Forward growth or forward integration. The company can acquire more wholesalers or retailers. Horizontal integration. The company can acquire one or more competitors. Diversification growth. Diversification growth makes sense when good opportunities exist outside the present business. The industry is highly attractive and the company has the right mix of business strength to succeed. Here we have many strategies under diversification strategy. The first one is concentric strategy. Here the company could choose a concentric strategy and seek new products that have technological or marketing synergies with existing product lines through appealing to a different group of customers. It might start a laser disc manufacturing operation because it knows how to manufacture compact discs. Horizontal strategy. The company might use a horizontal strategy to search for unrelated new products that appeal to current customers. Conglomerate strategy. Finally, the company might seek new business that have no relationship to its current technology or products or markets. Adopting a conglomerate strategy to consider market application software or personal organizers. A4. Organizations and organizational culture. Strategic planning happens within the context of the organization. A company's organization consists of its structures, policies, and corporate culture, all of which can become dysfunctional in a rapidly changing business environment. Where managers can change structures and policies, the company's structure or culture is very hard to change. Yet, adapting the culture is often the key to successfully implementing a new strategy. What exactly is a corporate culture? Some define it as the shared experiences, stories, beliefs, and norms that characterize an organization. Walk into any company, and the first thing that strikes you is the corporate culture. The way people dress, talk to one another, and greet customers. A customer-centric culture can affect all aspects of the organization. Sometimes corporate culture develops organically and is transmitted directly from the CEO's personality and habits to the company's employees. Now we'll move to B. As you remember, we classified the levels of planning into A, B, C. We finished A with its subtopics, and then now we move to B. B is about business unit strategic planning, and here we have many subtopics. B1, the business mission. B2, SWOT analysis, which includes external environment, opportunities and threats, forms of new opportunities, evaluating opportunities, internal environment, which is about strengths and weaknesses. B3 talks about goal formulation, and here we explain the criteria for units objectives. B4 is about strategic formulation, and here we talk about types of generic strategies. B5 we talk about program formulation and implementation, and we have B6, which is not clear on the screen, which is about feedback and control. This figure shows the business unit strategic planning. It starts from the left. This is the structure that was in the last or in the previous slide. From the left, business mission, then external environment, opportunities and threats, then internal environment, strengths and weaknesses. This is called SWOT analysis. Both of them are called SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis is about external environment, or determining or studying the external environment and deciding and finding out the opportunities and the threats facing the company. SWOT analysis also includes examining the internal environment and testing the strengths and weaknesses of the company. This is followed by goal formulation, then strategy formulation, program formulation and implementation, then feedback and control. So B1 is about the business mission as described in the last figure. Each business unit needs to define its specific mission within the broader company mission. So there should be no contradiction between the company's mission and the business unit's mission. Thus, a television studio lighting equipment company might define its mission as to target major television studios and become their vendor of choice for lighting technologies that represent the most advanced and reliable studios lighting arrangements. Notice This mission does not attempt to win business from smaller television studios, offer the lowest price, or venture into non-lightning products. B2, SWOT analysis, and we said SWOT analysis consists of two parts: external environment, opportunities and threats, and the internal environment that it will be discussed later. First, external environment, opportunities and threats. A business unit must monitor key macro environment forces and significant micro environment factors that affect its ability to earn profits. It should set up a marketing intelligence system to track trends and important developments and any related opportunities and threats. Good marketing is the art of finding, developing, and profiting from these opportunities. A market opportunity is an area of buyer need and interest that a company has a high probability of profitably satisfying. Here are three main sources of market opportunities. The first is to offer something that is in short supply. This requires little marketing talent, as the need is fairly obvious. The second is to apply or to supply an existing product or service in a new or superior way. How that can be done? The problem detection method asks consumers for their suggestion. The ideal method has then imagined an ideal version of the product or service, and the consumption chain method asks them to chart their steps in acquiring, using, and disposing of a product. This last method often leads to a totally new product or service. Marketers need to be good at spotting opportunities. Consider the following opportunities. A company may benefit from converging industry trends and introduce hybrid products or services that are new to the market. Here, major cell manufacturers have released phones with digital photo and video capabilities and the Global Positioning System (GPS). Another opportunity: a company may make a buying process more convenient or efficient. Consumers can use the internet to find more books than ever and search for the lowest price with a few clicks. Another opportunity: a company can meet the need for more information and advice. Angie's List connects individuals with local home improvement contractors and doctors that have been reviewed by others. Another opportunity: a company can introduce a new capability. Here, consumers can operate or create and edit digital iMovies with the iMac and upload them to an Apple web server or websites such as YouTube to share with friends around the world. Another opportunity: a company may be able to deliver a product or service faster. FedEx is an example. FedEx discovered a way to deliver mail and packages much more quickly than the US Post Office. Another opportunity: a company may be able to offer a product at a much lower price, such as pharmaceutical firms have created genetic versions of brand name drugs, and mail order drug companies often sell for less. To evaluate opportunities, companies can use market opportunity analysis (MOA) to ask questions like: Can we articulate the benefits convincingly to a defined target markets? Can we locate the target market and reach them, or the target markets and reach them with cost-effective media and trade channels? Do we have access to the critical capabilities and resources we need? Can we deliver the benefits better than any actual or potential competitors? Will the financial rate of return meet or exceed our required threshold for investment? The next part in the SWOT analysis is the internal environment, strengths and weaknesses. It's one thing to find attractive opportunities and another to be able to take advantage of them. Each business needs to evaluate its internal strengths and weaknesses. Clearly, the business doesn't have to correct all its weaknesses, nor should it gloat about all its strengths. The big question is whether it should limit itself to those opportunities for which it possesses the required strengths, or consider those that might require it to find or develop a new strengths. B3. Global formulation, criteria for units objectives. So we said B3, goal formulation, criteria for units objectives. Once the company has performed a SWOT analysis, it can proceed to goal formulation, developing specific goals for the planning period. Goals are objectives that are specific with respect to time and magnitude. Most business units pursue a mix of objectives, including profitability, sales growth, market share improvement, risk containment, innovation, and reputation. The business unit sets these objectives and then manages by objective, which is called MBO, as you may know. For an MBO system to work, the unit's objectives must meet four criteria. They must be arranged from the most to least important. The business unit's key objective for the period may be to increase the rate of return on investment. Managers can increase the profit by increasing revenue and reducing expenses. They can grow revenue in turn by increasing market share and prices. Objectives should be quantitative whenever possible. The objective to increase the return on investment is better stated as the goal to increase the rate on investment to 15% within 2 years. Goals should be realistic. Goals should arise from an analysis of the business unit's opportunities and strengths, not from wishful thinking. Objectives must be consistent. It's not possible to maximize sales and profits simultaneously. Goals indicate what a business unit wants to achieve. Strategy is a game plan for getting there. Even business must design a strategy for achieving its goals, consisting of a marketing strategy and a compatible technology strategy and sourcing strategy. Michael Porter has proposed 3 generic strategies that provide a good starting point for strategic thinking. Overall, these are cost leadership strategy, differentiation strategy, and focus. And here we explain each of these strategies. Number 1, overall cost leadership. Firms work to achieve the lowest production and distribution costs so they can underprice competitors and win market share. They need less skill in marketing. The problem is that other firms will usually compete with the still lower cost and hurt the firm that rested its whole future on cost. Differentiation. The business concentrates on achieving superior performance in an important customer benefit area, valued by a large part of the market. The firm seeking quality leadership, for example, must make products with the best components, put them together expertly, inspect them carefully, and effectively communicate their quality. Focus. The business focuses on one or more narrow market segments, gets to know them very well, and pursues either cost leadership or differentiation within the target segment. Because of the time limit allowed for us, I'll have to stop here, and next lecture we will continue with the remaining topics under B level. Thank you.